Good evening, everyone. I'm Jessica York, filling in for Newsnight. Tonight, we're going to talk about some really important stuff.
If 17 different things hadn't conspired in just the right order, we wouldn't be sitting here.
Followed by some smart facts.
There's a wire report about a drone strike in the Fata that killed 5 suspected militants.
Excellent.
And some political news that happened about 2 years ago. Stay tuned.
14 months ago, you went on the air and called the Tea Party the American Taliban.
I did.
What happened then?
A lot.
We don't have the trust of the public anymore.
No one responsible for the broadcast will ever work again.
Hi there, I'm Jessica York in the Blockbuster studio, and I've got all the breaking news on The Newsroom Season 2. I've just come from the red carpet for the HBO drama series, and I've got all your newsroom updates in just a moment. But first, do you have HBO as part of your dish lineup? Headline, you should. Not only do you get 9 channels of HBO, you get access to the first season of The Newsroom on HBO On Demand. Order now and we'll get you hooked up to watch the new season of The Newsroom. Now, Season 1 of The Newsroom was nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Dramatic TV Series, and Jeff Daniels was nominated for Best Actor. What's new for Season 2? Well, there are a lot of new faces in The Newsroom. It's the Season 2 premiere of The Newsroom, and we are in Hollywood on the black carpet. I'm Jessica York, and The Newsroom is a show about the news, but that's just a teaser. In fact, this show is smart, fast-paced, romantic, with a little bit of politics and a lot of real-world events. Now, it seems like they've kind of turned up the heat a little bit on this season, is that correct?
You mean heat like sexy heat?
Well, sexy heat, drama, lawsuits.
Yes. Oh my gosh, there's so much heat.
Well, tell me about the sexy
I
heat.
know. There's a lot of sexiness in this season. We all got to unbutton just our top button.
Stop it.
Yes, it's racing.
Sounds very Republican.
Mac.
We publicly demand the administration release the memorandum authorizing the killing.
By we, you mean me.
He's got 5th and 6th Amendment protection.
Look, I'm trying real hard to care that Al-Awlaki is dead, but
I don't care that he's dead. I care that we killed him.
And how about that writing?
I mean, I could write a script like that pretty much in an hour. And sometimes it takes Aaron a little bit longer to write his scripts, like a couple days. So, I give him some slack, and he's doing the best he can.
How do you walk and talk Sorkin? Because that seems like that's a talent.
That's actually, I majored in that in college. There was a major at my school that said walk and talk Sorkin. And I minored in communication and majored in Sorkin walk talk.
Then this is the perfect show for you.
The writing on this show is at such a high level. There's nothing on TV like it. It's kind of intoxicating.
I'm gonna say there's little to no to never improv on a newsroom set. It's pretty much you say the words the way they're written. I mean, you can ask questions, but the answer is on the page. Yeah.
So you're with ACN? Yeah. I'm sorry, but the bus is full today. You'll have to drive.
There's like 40 empty seats.
I wasn't wild about the American Taliban broadcast.
Dude, you can't keep me off the bus just because you didn't like our reporting.
I can't.
So you were a journalism major, so your parents must be so proud you're actually using your degree.
No, exactly. Not at all.
What is it like being a trained journalist working on a show like this?
It's so interesting to see it from this other angle, this drama angle, and from this fiction angle where you can do so many different things.
Woo! I spoke with you on the red carpet 2 years ago with True Blood. Girl, you work a lot.
I do. Knock on wood. I'm still doing True Blood.
And let's talk about this. You have 2 shows on HBO, but 2 totally different characters.
Yeah. On Kendra, I get to be an educated, enlightened, secure, confident woman. And on True Blood, I get to be a bit of a raving mess. and there's a part of me that is confident and together. That's a part of me that's a raving mess. So I'm thrilled to be able to do both.
First of all, phenomenal dress and shoes. You look amazing.
Shireen is the person.
Beautiful. And you wear it very well.
Yes! No, I can never get anything else again. No, I do. I have a dish.
Yay.
Can you hook? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, then you should watch yourself on Dish.
Yay! I will watch myself on Dish.
So you're on the newsroom, but not technically in the newsroom. What is it like to be one of the outfielders?
As a person, it's very sad because I love everyone so much and I don't get to see them a lot. But as a character that's outside, I really enjoy characters that are outside the newsroom because it gives them a chance to come outside and we see their personal lives and we see their real personalities besides just the professional business. So I like that.
Right, you definitely bring a personal side of the story and a romantic side. Tell me about your love triangle.
My love, it was a rectangle at one point. I think it was Jim, Maggie, Lisa, and Don was in there. And then it became a triangle at the end of the season.
Does it become an octagon at any point?
It's not going to be an octagon, maybe a dodecagon. You know, I think this season for the love square triangle, it gets more confusing. It might gain sides, it might lose sides. It will be weird and awkward at moments. It will be dramatic at moments. And you'll have to tune in to find out on Dish TV.
The second season of The Newsroom has a different structure than the first season did. There's one story that goes through the entire season.
Nobody believed Genoa at first, but suddenly it was impossible to deny.
Their jobs and their reputations are in danger.
Well, I will tell you, I feel a little pressure interviewing you because, like, you're this hardcore news crew, and we're just, like, soft, like, we just want people to watch your show.
We're actors.
I know.
We're so easy. We're the easiest people in the world. It's ridiculous.
Does it give you a newfound respect, though, for journalism and for shows?
I have so much more compassion for journalists and for how hard it is to be a journalist. So much more respect for journalism, and I have so much more sort of love and appreciation, admiration for great journalism when I see it, and I am much more critical of bad journalism when I see it too. So it's definitely changed the way I see things. Yeah.
Do you think journalists actually walk around the newsroom talking so eloquently and saying such smart things?
Oh God, no. No, I'm going to go ahead and venture that it's probably mostly like, where are the donuts?
Oh, so you've been in a newsroom.
I have, yeah, maybe spent a little bit of time. I figured that it's probably a lot like many other places, but I mean, simultaneously there is some extraordinary stuff that's happening in those rooms, or else, Aaron wouldn't have been able to have such fertile ground to write such a great story about.
Let's talk about that writing.
Indeed.
Let's talk. What is it like trying to deliver those lines?
It's a little bit like suddenly being asked to sit in like Mingus's jazz band, like the week after you just started playing the saxophone. It's intimidating. It's really intimidating. The guy is an extraordinary writer, and we have a hell of a cast. And I just sort of do my best to keep up and do justice to the words that guy has written.
Okay, so what's happening here?
I started by putting tires on my chair.
Tires?
Little tires. They go in your chair, they give you better traction to zip around the room, and then there were some parts that were squeaking, so I got some WD-40, and here I am.
Are you gonna be able to put this back together?
Yeah, I'm good with my hands. I'm handy, mechanical.
So it's smart, but it's also very romantic, and you, my friend, have a little love triangle possibly going.
Yes, you can tell that this is a very fictional show. There is absolutely no real world in which I am the person that's being torn between Olivia Munn and Allison Pill. That doesn't ever happen in the real world. So it's cool. I get to work with two extraordinary actresses and two people who are good friends of mine, and it's cool. I get to have a good time with it.
And does Dawn choose? Who does Dawn give a rose to this season?
It's going to play out. It's going to play out. There's going to be some things determined early in the season, and the rest of it's going to play out as the season goes on. And there's still a lot of questions that are left at the end of the year, but it's going to be fun getting there.
See, now, if I was actually working in your newsroom, you wouldn't let you get off the hook with that question.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
That is true. Yeah, no, you need much more harder facts that I frankly can't deliver because I will get sued and lose my job. So,
I guess
I like you, I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. I would like to be back here next year so that we can discuss this further.
Hi, please watch The Newsroom on HBO on Dish.
Watch The Newsroom on HBO on Dish.
Watch The Newsroom Season 2 on HBO on Dish.
Watch The Newsroom on HBO on Dish Network right now.
More from the Newsroom Red Carpet in just a moment, but first, let's make sure you're getting HBO. And if you have it, that you're getting the most from it. Dish customers get 9 channels of HBO, plus access to Dish Anywhere and HBO Go. So you can watch every episode of The Newsroom on your computer, tablet, or smartphone. And if your HD DVR is internet connected, you have access to the first season of The Newsroom and all the best of HBO on HBO On Demand. Just press the DVR button on your remote or the on-demand button if you have the Hopper. Select all TV channels, then scroll down to HBO. Back to the red carpet and more breaking news from The Newsroom Season 2, starring Jeff Daniels. You might remember Daniels from Dumb and Dumber, but you know what? If you ask me, I think this show is smart and smarter. So you have a little bit of experience working in a TV room.
Yes. I majored in journalism and worked at CBS affiliates and NBC. My first job out of college was at the NBC affiliate in Tulsa.
Oh, so what is it like now, like playing an actual journalist?
It's fun because being a real journalist is actually a lot harder. I went from the Daily Show pretending to be a fake reporter, then went to the newsroom to pretend to be a real reporter. So everything was kind of gearing me up to do something like this, which is nice because my mother is very happy that I'm using my journalism degree in some way. But I think I'm the first person in the history of Sorkin to be told to slow down, Sorkin, which I was like, really? I have to slow down? And all right.
Hey, money skirt?
The day will come when we have an HR rep who cares what goes on this floor. And on that day, sir, I will dance upon your grave.
Now, going from Slumdog to this, what is that like as an actor?
It's all right. Yeah, it's good fun. I mean, I'm just trying to mix it up, and work with talented people in the industry. So, Danny Ball, Aaron Sorkin, HBO. It's all good fun.
What is it like working for HBO?
They're great. They're just amazing. They make classy work, and it's an honor to be a part and associated with them.
It's been 2 weeks since a group of protesters began camping out in Zuccotti Park here in New York City. The Occupy Wall Street movement has turned to social media and held marches through the streets of the financial district. Here in the studio today is one of the leaders of Occupy Wall Street, Shelley Wexler.
Don't
Shelley,
take the
thanks
bait.
for being with us.
It's good to be here, but I am not one of the leaders of OWS. We don't have leaders.
Is that a good idea?
It appears this show is smart and smarter.
I would say that is true, and yet these very smart and smarter people do some pretty stupid things sometimes. That's what I think makes it universal and lets the people in. Here's Will McAvoy doing these, very brilliant guy, and then he can do some of the most stupid things you would think to do.
And you've had a wide range career. What is it like doing a show like this and maybe prepping for Dumb and Dumber 2?
Well, I mean, I was brought up in New York theater where you do characters and you create a range, and there is no greater range than Will McAvoy to Harry Dunn, and I'm really looking forward to it. And if we come back for a season 3 to go from Will to Harry back to Will again, that's just going to be. I'm going to need a year of therapy just to come out of that.
Will you actually go to those therapy sessions?
No, I won't go to them, but I'll schedule them.
Can you give us any details about what happens in season 2? I understand an election, Wall Street.
I can't really tell you what happens. There's a story that we chase as a news team, and we vet it, and things can go wrong even when you think you got it right. And it happens with the real networks, and it really happens with us. And that's pretty much the main storyline of season 2. We have some Will McKenzie stuff that goes on. We have a lot of, I'll tell you what, we have a lot of stuff with the supporting people. Season 1 was really put Will in the front, and Aaron did a great job of really giving everybody else real good storylines through season 2 to really establish them and bring them forward. And so I'm interested to see the reaction to all the really great actors we've got, around me.
The Newsroom Season 2 is happening Sunday nights right now, so don't miss out. Dish customers get 9 channels of HBO, plus access to Dish Anywhere and HBO Go, so you can watch every episode of The Newsroom on your computer, tablet, or smartphone. And if your HD DVR is internet connected, you have access to the first season of The Newsroom and all the best of HBO on HBO On Demand. Press the DVR button on your remote or the On Demand button if you have the Hopper. Select all TV channels, then scroll down to HBO. Now, the second season of The Newsroom is just getting started, so get HBO, get connected, and get watching. In the Blockbuster studio, I'm Jessica York.